Right from the start, we learn this isn't Miss Johnson's first time in trouble. She's already on probation for aggravated assault. And not just any probation, a 6-year deferred sentence. Translation? The court gave her a second chance, but now it looks like she blew it.
Thank you. All right, you're Derica Johnson. And Ms. Johnson was previously in court, entered pleas of true in a motion to revoke probation to counts 1 through 4. On probation for aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury, and that was a 6-year deferred probation. I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report? Are there any additions or corrections? And there was no agreement, correct? I agree. Also, just for everyone, and we can get copies if you guys need it, I am also reviewing jail incident reports as well. Mr. Rojas, you may proceed.
Taking advantage of all those opportunities she has going on, kind of doing double location.
This is big. Probation officers had set up multiple programs, drug treatment, counseling, classes, but Johnson skipped out. Judges hate this because it shows the system tried and the defendant didn't.
I discussed this currently court had his or try one more time. Discussions with John was that she about what you have court starts you and get those rules about how it's possible. For church. Does feel that she and I well she lived last time because she started she's not pregnant out
Ms. Malfino?
Very thorough and every opportunity that I have been given by the court. It's a shame he doesn't want to help. He helped her using last time while she was pregnant. She got the address. She doesn't want to tell say that someone else wants to help start and build up the future. Appropriate and never
This is the turning point. Notice how the judge warns her. The more she interrupts and shows disrespect, the closer she gets to the maximum. Courtrooms run on respect, and judges make sure defendants know it.
Nobody was injured yet.
Well, she threw the bottle, attempting to hit someone else, but it hit someone, but it hit someone else. Well, there's no accidentally. You meant to hit somebody with it. You just hit the wrong person. Right? No. No, because Miss Johnson, you have been coming here now way too long and been given every single opportunity to stop talking over me. Because right now, what you're looking at that I can do is give you between 2 and 20 years in prison. And the more you talk over me and are disrespectful, the higher number that's going to get. Do you understand? You have been, I'm not even sure how many times now that you've been in here pregnant, using drugs while you're pregnant, while we're trying to get you help. You have 5 kids that you have no custody of. It's jail incident reports are ridiculous, and then you want to come in and say, I just want to get this over with, give me a couple years in prison, which you probably have credit for, which is absolutely not what I'm going to do. Give me just a second. The fact that this is kind of your 4th shot at it makes me wonder what I was thinking the prior 3 times. Really. All right, Ms. Johnson, this time I'm going to find that you entered your pleas are true to count.
There it is, 12 years. Not the 2 to 4 years her lawyer begged for, but not the full 20 either. The judge basically split the difference, showing frustration but also restraint.
1 through 4 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of aggravated assault. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 12 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I am making an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon in your case. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was not an agreement. You do have some rights to appeal. You can talk to Mr. Rojas about that. I'm also handing you the trial court certification. It means a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment that provides you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Rojas. Good luck to you. You can go back with the bailiff. Ms. Holmes, you may proceed.
Thank you. I support the Commissioner Delaware is an entity and she's a few years ago. I was requesting the court to consider probation. I don't think that Mr. Delaware has benefit from being so official. He does suffer from some issues for the shares from the international time. He understands that he does have prior convictions, right?
New case, new defendant. The lawyer goes straight for sympathy. Kids, health struggles, and lack of education. Classic defense strategy: humanize the client. Make the judge think about potential rehabilitation instead of pure punishment.
He understands and forward, no matter what situation he's in, he has to have fired. Your Honor, he does have children that he would like to be involved in life. One of the main issues that I see in the PSI is education. He has great education. They did also benefit. He would be allowed to participate in the program, in the probation department as well, to help him to develop his skills so that he can make that and get his high school, at least high school equivalent. For substance, large substance use, like maybe alcohol, that he drinks on occasion. And he has no problem with transportation to avoid any association. Focus on the action say, and let's say he would be willing to adhere to any response or treatment plans, or directives that probation may recommend, and so we are the course of action.
Yeah. Snuggles.
Yeah. Yes, yes. One. So, she, self-issues. Yeah. I don't really observe.
I'm sorry.
Mr. De La Rosa, you wanted to say something? So, in 2015, you were not a juvenile. That was your conviction for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. And you got a 2-year sentence. Right. So you should have learned. Not.
The judge's frustration is clear. Repeat offenses, especially with firearms, kill any chance of mercy. Judges see this as someone who just doesn't learn, no matter how many breaks they've been given.
That you can't possess a firearm. I mean, and Ms. Holmes is doing the best she can, saying that, you know, you understand and that you can't possess a firearm, but you've already gone to prison for that. So well, and I understand. Well, and here's the thing, Mr. De La Rosa. Nobody wants to get thrown in prison. What I do today isn't anything that I'm doing. It's where you've gotten yourself with your history since you've been a juvenile into being an adult, knowing that you cannot possess a firearm. You've got 3 prior felony offenses. One was when you were certified as a juvenile, that first one. And then if you didn't understand the law about deadly weapons, you should have, or carrying a firearm, you should have back in 2015. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 6 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody, but the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement followed, so you've waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Obviously, we know this now. I'm required by law to read this to you. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to this. All right, good luck to you, sir. Goodbye for today.